greasy garage dwellers. I'm Chuck. This is Up Chuck Chops. Welcome to my smoky garage. Thanks for joining me. I'm pretty excited today because the carbs are finally going on the old CB900. Let's get to work. First things first, I got to get the air box in and back out of the way. Second things first, I got to get my rags out of the way. There's a hose that goes into the bottom of the air box. I'm going to go ahead and try and get in. Can you see that hose right there? Fairly high degree of certainty it goes on a little plug on the bottom of this air box. I'm going to get that plugged in. We're going to slide the air box back as far as we can get it to aid in getting the carbs in. So I understand it, the carbs have to come in from the left side of the bike, and it's a snug fit. And you kind of have to start attaching things as you go. And this is going to be troublesome. So I've got it perched there. I watched a guy do this before, and he got these pretty toasty warm, so they're squishy, and these boots here, and it aids in the install. I didn't take any of these loose or off from what they were, except the cylinder number 1 on the box side, air box side. So I may have to rotate it a little bit, but that's where we're going. All right. I labeled these. F for front. And R for rear. This one's my choke. My instructions say it goes on first, the front. And you got to kind of do this as you're going in, they tell me. Alright folks, full disclosure. I've had the carb in and out. And I've got the throttle cables hanging up. Now that I've done it a couple times, I figured I'd let you have a look-see here too. Typically, install is reverse of removal. I couldn't find the footage, but I pulled the carb through on this side. My literature's telling me to put it in on the left-hand side of the bike. It's not working. So, we're going to try it this way. I did lube up my boots, and just so you can see, the push cable, see how it goes down? That goes on the front. I did lubricate up my my cables, and I looked at a picture somebody else had, and I almost mixed it all up. Push goes in front. That one slides around like that. The other guy's picture was right, goes like that. And then this other one's kind of a pain. But roll your throttle and get yourself some more slack. This can be done. I said it could be done. You just have to trust me. I had to roll the pull cable down through everything around to its spot tucked up under here. I had to roll the throttle a little bit to get it to drop in. And then I put the choke cable on the back. We're going to try to get those set in a little bit there. Okay, it's a little better. I think everything's bound up. Okay, I think I just need a little slack, so I gotta slide these dudes in. Taking care not to wreck anything else as it goes in. Or tear up my boots. Or rip the clamps off. Or. Oh yeah. Yep, I was just in a bind. Okay. Stand by. Almost there. Okay, there we go. The carbs are sitting sort of where they're supposed to go. I'm gonna get the back boots out of the way. On the passenger peg. Give these a shove. Oh. I don't know if that's seated or not. Take a quick. That looks pretty lined up. Feels pretty tight. Hi there. So I'm aware you missed some things, but I didn't have the patience to fiddle with the camera and fiddle with the bike back and forth and back and forth. So here's where we are. I got my carbs put on. I had to use a ratchet strap to hold one side while I pushed and wiggled the other side and got it in tight. I have to tighten my clamps up. This back part was kind of harder than the front. Getting them on these was hard. Getting all the air boots from the air box onto the carbs was significantly harder. Patience is the key. I took one of my little hooks. I worked it back and forth, side to side, back and forth, side to side. It came apart. I did it again, continued fighting it. It's on there. I'm happy it's on there. And we're ready for a test fire. I do not have a temporary gas tank. So I'm going to feed this thing and prime the carbs up with a pipette and a little container of gasoline. It's 100% my fault I have to do it this way. This is going to take forever. I want to clean my tank before I use it. And I don't want to pour a gallon of gasoline in there just to hope this thing barks off. This is awful. I jammed a funnel in my fuel line. That will hopefully be faster. I have 150 milliliters. I don't know what that is in ounces or anything, but we're going to pour that much down it. It's taking it. Okay. Let's see if we have any leaks. No leaks yet. I'm going to give her a little more. Make sure we're full. There's an additional 200-ish milliliters. The floats seem to be working because I have fuel in the funnel and no fuel out of the bottom of the carbs. That's a win. I've checked the oil. My fire extinguisher is nearby. There's fuel in the carbs. I had spark last time I turned this joker over. Let's see if it'll pop off. Neutral light's on. Clutch in just in case. Full choke. And it idles. I'm winning today. Well, folks, thanks for watching. Even blind squirrel gets a nut once in a while. I'm over the moon that this thing fired off. I mean, I'm tickled. I'm also getting several forms of cancer as I stand here in my smoky workshop, which is all my fault. That's okay. Thanks for watching. Give me a like if you can. Subscribe if you want to. And yeah, keep wrenching.